Hi there, it's Bri Williams, the Behaviour Explainer, and today I thought I would share with you what I call the lily pad lesson. Now, what is the lily pad lesson? 4 techniques to overcome, I think, what is the biggest hurdle when you're trying to get people to take action. Apathy. They can't be bothered. So what do you do about it? Let's hop to it. Let's say our task is to get our frog here from lily pad A across to lily pad B. The strategy most marketers and business people use is motivate them. If we make B look like the best lily pad in the world, how can they stop? They will want to move to B. This is the best in the market. They'll never find a better offer. Not to get it. So let's go. This doesn't always work though. And this is why. We assume that once we motivate the frog, they'll just leap straight over to B. The problem is motivation is not a stable state. What I mean by that is it often dips. Your customer or the frog will run out of puff. So something that seemed like a good idea when you were talking with them, suddenly, I can't really be bothered continuing. I've found a better offer. Idea. In which case they either end up in the drink or they stay with lily pad A. So first strategy, of course, let's motivate them about how good B is, but it's not always effective. So let's look at strategy number 2. We try and account for the decline in motivation by instead building in short-term rewards along the way so that their motivation continues and is enough to get them from lily pad A to lily pad B. So what do I mean? That means things like short-term rewards. For instance, we're giving them a boost in between so that when motivation starts to dip, they've got another spark, another boost to get them over the line and continue. So for instance, that might be sending customers that have left items in their shopping cart when motivations decline a special offer so that then they resume that transaction. So that's strategy number 2, using short-term buyers to drive results, making sure that we're paying attention to the invariable dip in their motivation. So far our approach to getting our frog here from lily pad A to lily pad B is to be focusing on how good B is and supporting with motivation. What we can also do is make lily pad A undesirable. So the frog will want to get away from A. So this is a move away from strategy using loss aversion. So what's the downside of A? So here we're focusing our customer on what's bad with the existing situation. If we talk about how unpalatable it is, they'll be self-motivated and want to move to B because they'll notice that living on lily pad A just isn't worth it anymore. I definitely should move to B. Our 4th and final strategy when we're trying to get our frog from lily pad A to lily pad B focuses on how we shape the environment. Now, in our first couple of options, we talked about maximizing motivation and supporting them with intermittent rewards. In option 3, we were talking about making A an unhospitable place, so making the downsides obvious. But what we can also do is eliminate effort. So make it easy for the frog to move to lily pad B. So rather than having to jump all that way, it's actually very easy. So in a banking environment, for instance, if we're trying to get customers to move from their existing bank to our new bank, that would be something like, for instance, we'll take care of all of your direct debits so you don't have to do that. Eliminate effort so it's much easier for your customer to move lily pads. Option 4, and in my experience, the most effective strategy.